Underneath the deeply embedded layers of conditioning which we have been subject to with regards to how normal, traditional relationships grounded in our present 3D reality work, the parameters which have been set by the old template have evidently led to a host of problems, including but not limited to the near inevitable failure of any kind of long-distance relationship, the staggeringly high divorce rate across many regions, the destruction to families, and in particular, the lack of strong male role models or father figures in many communities, broken lines of communication between partners, and not to mention being dishonest with ourselves, and feelings of great insecurity and critically low levels of self-love amongst the general populace, which trigger the constant need to seek out external validation. From early on in life, we are subject to propaganda that is seemingly prevalent throughout our lives, which has programmed our subconscious minds with the need for a relationship with that special someone in order to complete us, to make us whole, or even just to make it possible for us to lead a truly fulfilling life. When you consider the fact that romance has always been the best-selling genre of literature and romantic comedies or rom-coms are among the most popular movie genres, here are those overly sentimental ballads being played ad nauseum, and cannot help feeling equally nauseated by the sight of couples frolicking against the backdrop of Hallmark advertising come Valentine's Day, then it comes as no surprise when those of us who are without a significant other, or perhaps even have always been without one, are made to feel inadequate, incomplete, unworthy, or undesirable as compared with those who are currently seeing someone, or who have been with many in the past. The reality is that this type of outlook could not be further from the truth. In reality, this subconsciously programmed belief that we are somehow insufficient on our own merits or that we are not enough on our own is part of dysfunctional generational patterning that has been perpetuated on a widespread scale throughout history and which must be resolved in order for humanity to finally come together in authentic solidarity and harmony. Not only is it an illusion that we are somehow defective without having that external source to rely on for validation, but it is by far the most harmful lie that we have been sold on a collective subconscious level. This is where a group of highly advanced individuals, collectively known as volunteer souls, have been assigned to swoop in and essentially rescue humanity from itself through putting an end to the global-scale generational curse which has seemingly plagued us since the dawn of existence. And among these advanced souls, the connections between twin flames are arguably the most powerful force of all. If you are a twin flame, it means that you have been gifted with a special opportunity of being incarnated as one half of the same soul, with one half comprising the divine feminine and the other the divine masculine, or the divine purpose of working together with your counterpart towards birthing the new paradigm for relationships in this world, which will subsequently lay out the groundwork for the new earth or fifth dimension. And this most sacred of paths has been pre-orchestrated with the mission of normalizing a new type of relationship dynamic, and that is a selfless one which will no longer solely encompass the two individuals involved, but instead embody a higher dimensional love which transcends and extends across all borders, color, religion, gender, and species. A quote by Thich Nhat Hanh summarizes this new paradigm succinctly. "We are here to awaken from our illusion of separateness." Although this quote may seem like it should resonate easily with most, again because of all the conditioning and propaganda which we are subject to with regards to how normal relationships operate in the 3D world, it would seemingly require a very spiritually evolved and mature individual to have fully grasped its meaning. For those who are on the spiritual awakening path, letting go of all our preconceived notions with regards to love and romance may just prove to be the biggest challenge, alongside the absolute surrender of everything to God. In fact, all of this societal programming is truly to blame for the fact that seemingly 99% of twins would not be able to get it right with their counterpart in the beginning, while 90% would require multiple lessons, and more than half would require numerous lessons. The lesson being that the second when you start to feel any kind of attachment to any outcome is when it will elude you. On the flip side, you may find that the universe will consistently reward you for being detached, even when you have yet to become fully healed. The universe only appears to be unfair from our own perspective should we confuse being given what it is that we feel would benefit us in the moment with what would genuinely benefit us on all levels of our being, which does not solely encompass the ego mind. Once we are able to fully transition from the ego mind into the ever so crucial space of love that is unconstrained by boundaries or limits, this ascension would in turn activate the blueprint for how all humans need to treat one another moving forward. This transformative process is reflective of the fact that the vast majority of our pain really originates from attachment, and expectation is the root of all heartache or disappointment. We must come to realize that all of the senseless pressures and expectations revolving around meeting and falling in love with that special someone, getting married, building a life together, and/or starting a family seemingly begin to pile on at around the age of 18, only to become further compounded throughout adulthood, all because we have been thoroughly brainwashed.